Selena was a popular and successful Mexican-American singer during the 90s. She won numerous awards including Best Female Vocalist at the Tejano Music Awards. However, at the peak of her career, Selena was murdered by the president of her fan club, Yolanda Saldivar, who is now facing a life sentence in prison. The same year as Selena's death, in 1995, 2020 broadcasted an interview with the imprisoned Yolanda Saldivar to hear her side of the story. The documentary was directed towards the fans of the singer who wanted to understand the reason behind her murder. The Latino community was particularly affected by Selena's death and wanted to make sense of the tragedy.
The defendant had wrapped up her whole life around Selena Quintanilla Perez. Her whole world was walking out the door and she wouldn't stand for it, so she shot her.
The documentary is arguing that Selena's murderer, Yolanda Saldivar, is a crazed homicidal fan who killed the young and promising Selena. Saldivar continues to claim that Selena's death was an accident despite the vast array of evidence contradicting her, due to a mental sickness and obsession she has with the singer.
Other inmates who may want revenge against her. She never testified during her trial, but Saldivar agreed to tell us her side of the story.
The documentary uses the rhetorical appeal ethos by stating that 2020 is conducting the interview. 2020 is a credited investigative journalism broadcast that focuses on human interest groups.
There's a link to Selena now that nobody can devalue nor remove. You know, through one act, she has now established a notoriety that will remain, and her name will be linked to Selena's memory. And that, for her, in a sense, reestablishes that special fantasy.
The documentary also uses the credibility of a forensic psychologist to support and give evidence to the argument that Saldivar had a homicidal obsession with Selena.
Keep her alive and enjoy her music.
The grief-stricken Mexican-American community mourned Selena as an idolized daughter or sister. Thousands turned out for a candlelight vigil, saying goodbye to a shining young role model who never forgot her.
Pathos is again used by showing clips of Selena's funeral and her fans mourning. This clip evokes a feeling of sympathy for Selena, whose life was taken at the young age of 23.
Quintanilla, Selena's father and business manager, says he discovered forged checks and other evidence that Saldivar was embezzling money from both the fan club and the boutiques.
Prosecution believes that Selena planned to fire Saldivar the day of her death because Saldivar was stealing money from her. Saldivar denies Selena's intention to fire her and claims she did not steal any money from Selena. The documentary uses the appeal of logos to contradict Saldivar by showing the documents of forged checks Saldivar embezzled, totaling up to more than $100,000.
Did you know she was hit?
No, I did not know.
There was blood along the door seal.
I didn't even look at the door.
But there was blood all over the room. How could you not see it?
The pictures that I see, they're dots.
Saldivar left the blood-spattered room and headed to her car with the gun.
Saldivar also insists that she was not aware that Selena had been shot because there was no visible blood at the scene. The author again appeals to logos by presenting pictures of a bloody murder scene that contradict her story. A logical fallacy in this documentary is stacking the evidence. The author offers evidence for only one side of the issue. Saldivar's prosecutor is a part of the interview, but not her attorney to support her.